What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Daniel, and welcome back to our video. Today, I'm doing race picks for the 2023 FireKeepers Casino 400. Let's go ahead and just jump straight into it. This week in the NASCAR Cup Series, head to Michigan International Speedway, the 2-mile racetrack. The last time we raced here at Michigan International Raceway, we saw Kevin Harvick pick up his first win of 2022 and a near 60-65 race winless streak. He's looking to win his first race of 2023 this weekend at Michigan International Raceway. This track is on for a lot of drafting, and the racing last year in 2022 was really good with the next-gen car. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump into picks. Before we go ahead and jump into picks, let's take a look at the weather for this weekend. So the weather for this weekend is definitely interesting. It's going to be 78 degrees high with 64 degrees low. Right now, a 60% chance of scattered thunderstorms and rain. So once again, another week in NASCAR and another week of potential rain. Keep in mind the weather can change throughout the week, but it sounds like there's a good chance we may be having this race on Monday, but the weather for Monday doesn't look great either. So something to keep an eye on, because remember, Michigan does not have lights. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump into picks. For those who are new to the channel, we've had a lot of new subscribers, especially as of recently. Here's how picks work on the channel. I do 2 suck picks, 2 drivers I expect to struggle throughout the race who've had some bad runs recently, 2 underdog picks, 2 drivers stuck on really good underfoot equipment or need a good run this weekend who struggle, and I do my winner's pick, driver I think is going to win, and then I do drivers need to watch out for. And for the Cup Series, I do 5 drivers need to watch out for along with the race winner. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump into picks. Who are my suck picks for the FireKeepers Casino 400? My first suck pick is a driver of the 7 car for Spire Motorsports, LaJoie. LaJoie's been having a couple really bad races as of recently. He didn't have a good race in New Hampshire. He struggled at Pocono, got involved in an incident with Ryan Preece, had a confrontation with Ryan Preece, and also he did not have a good race this past weekend at Richmond. I just think LaJoie's on a bad stretch of races right now, and sadly, I think LaJoie is going to finish outside the top 25. What started off as a great year for LaJoie, I think the bad luck is going to continue, and I think he's going to struggle in that number 7 car. I sadly think he will not have a good run this weekend at Michigan. My second suck pick for this weekend in Michigan is a driver of the 21 car for the Wood Brothers. That is Harrison Burton. Harrison Burton has had a couple good races here in 2023. However, he has also struggled immensely in 2023, especially on the bigger ovals. I know he had a good run at Pocono, a good run at Darlington, which they are kind of bigger ovals, but I think Harrison Burton is going to finish near the back of the pack. I know the Wood Brothers would like to do really good this weekend, considering Ford is really good at this track, but I don't think that Harrison Burton's going to have a good run. I sadly think he's going to struggle in that number 21 car, and I think he finishes near the back of the pack this weekend at Michigan International Raceway. And now we're going to jump on to the underdog picks for this weekend's FireKeepers Casino 400. Who are my underdog picks? My first underdog pick for this weekend at Michigan is the driver of the 54 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, that being Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs will have some experience from the NASCAR Xfinity Series race, but his first career top 10 in the Cup Series came here at Michigan, finishing in 9th. Also, Ty Gibbs has been really good the last few weeks and has cut that gap to the cutoff line from being 40 to 42 points back, now down to only being 18 points back below the cutoff line. And he had a very solid run at Richmond. I think Toyota is going to be strong and pretty quick this weekend at Michigan. They've been really good on the bigger ovals this year. So I think that Ty Gibbs will have a very good and a really great run this weekend. And that number 54 car, I think Ty Gibbs has a chance to potentially get its second career top 5 finish and maybe, just maybe, another top 10. And might have an outside shot of getting his first career victory this weekend at Michigan. My second underdog pick for this weekend in Michigan is a driver of the 99 car for Trackhouse Racing, Daniel Suarez. Daniel Suarez had a lot of bad luck and a lot of bad races as of recently. However, there's 2 things that he has an advantage of. Number 1, he was really good at Michigan last year before getting involved in a crash. He led quite a few laps in the race in 2022, and Trackhouse was quick here. In addition to that, Daniel Suarez did score top 5 at Auto Club, and Auto Club is very similar to Michigan. So I think Daniel Suarez and Trackhouse Racing are going to bring some pretty good pace and really good speed. I think Daniel Suarez will make up some ground on the cutoff line, not a ton, but I think Daniel Suarez will have a very solid and a pretty good run this weekend at Michigan. And now we're going to go ahead and jump on the winner's pick for this weekend's FireKeepers Casino 400. Who is my winner's pick? My winner's pick is someone who I've picked quite a few times this year in 2023 to win, but they have not scored a win so far this year. But before the season began, I had this race circled because this guy won the pole here last year in 2022 and also was in contention to win the race and finish runner-up. This guy's in a much better position to make the playoffs. He's in a good position to cut off line, but I don't think he's going to have to worry about it because I am picking Bubba Wallace to pick up his first win of 2023 and his third career NASCAR Cup Series victory. 23XI's had a hot and cold year this year in 2023. They're sometimes good and sometimes they're not. But they were really fast at Richmond this past weekend. They gained a lot of points on the cutoff line. I think Bubba Wallace is not going to have to worry about that this weekend because I think he's going to be fast enough to get it done. I think he's going to pick up his first victory of 2023 and for sure lock his way into playoffs. He was going to lock it if he had a good run at Michigan, but I think he's going to have a good enough run to lock his way in to the playoffs and win this weekend at Michigan. And now we're going to go ahead and jump on the drivers you need to watch out for this weekend in Michigan. Who am I keeping my eyes out on? The first driver to watch out for this weekend in Michigan is the driver of the 4 car for Suarez Racing, Kevin Harvick. While Kevin Harvick's had an up and down year in 2023, he's been carrying Suarez Racing. And Kevin Harvick has been very good at this track throughout his career, winning at this track, I think, 5 or 6 times in his Cup Series career. I believe Kevin Harvick has a really good chance to win this weekend. The 4 teams in a good position to make it out on points regardless. But I think Kevin Harvick will have the speed and will have a chance to potentially steal away from Bubba Wallace and might get his first win of 2023. The second driver to watch out for this weekend at Michigan is the driver of the 8 car for Rich Choice Racing, Kyle Busch. In addition, having a new sponsor this weekend with Quick Trip with a K, Kyle Busch won at Auto Club Speedway earlier this year, a track very similar to Michigan. While I don't believe Kyle Busch has ever won he won year back in 2011 in the Cup Series. It's been a while since he won, but I believe that the 8 team's been really good this year, and I think Kyle Busch has a really good chance and a strong possibility to get it done. It would not surprise me if Kyle Busch gets win number 4 of 2023 this weekend at Michigan. The third driver to watch out for this weekend in Michigan is the driver of the 19 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, Martin Truex Jr. While Martin Truex Jr. has never won here in Michigan before, he has historically been really, really good and could have won here a few times. And I expect the number 19 car to be really strong and fast this weekend. Martin Truex Jr. is back to kind of his old form before 2020, where he was really good in 2019. I think he's got a good chance to potentially get win number 4. Technically win number 5 if you count the Clash. I think Martin Truex Jr. has got a chance to win this weekend at Michigan. The fourth driver to watch out for this weekend in Michigan is the driver of the 5 car for Hendrick Motorsports, Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson historically has been really good at Michigan. He won here in 2016 in the summer and also swept the races in 2017. And has had a chance to win in 2021 and also led quite a few laps, I think, last year in 2022 as well. While Hendrick Motorsports been up and down in the last few months, I think that Kyle Larson will be really, really quick, very, very fast, and I expect Hendrick Motorsports to give him a very good and great piece, and I think he's got a really good chance and possibility to get win number 3 of 2023. Technically, win number 4 if you count the All-Star race. I think Kyle Larson will have a chance to win this weekend at Michigan. And the fifth and final drivers to watch out for this weekend in Michigan is the driver of the 6 car for RFK Racing, Brad Keselowski. Brad Keselowski's been pretty solid here, but he always has wanted to win at Michigan International Raceway. He's not been able to do it. But RFK right now is in a very good position. They most recently just picked up the victory, Chris Buescher, on Sunday at Richmond. I think Brad Keselowski's got a lot of confidence and momentum, and he feels like RFK is getting in a better position currently at the moment. They're competitive, and I think Brad Keselowski will be fast enough to get a chance at the victory. They've shown some great pace. They're really good at Richmond, really good in New Hampshire. I think Brad Keselowski will have a chance and a great opportunity to potentially get his first victory in over 2 years, almost 2.5 years to be exact, since Brad Keselowski won. I think Brad Keselowski's got a chance to get it done this weekend at Michigan. So, those are my race picks for the FireKeepers Casino 400. Just a reminder, my suck picks are LaJoie, Harrison, Burton. My underdog picks are Ty Gibbs, Suarez. My winner's pick is Bubba Wallace. And the ones to watch out for are Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Larson, and Brad Keselowski. Those are my race picks. So, that is going to be it for the race picks video for the FireKeepers Casino 400 at Michigan. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe to the channel, notifications on so you know if I win a video does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Links description below that, and comment your thoughts below and picks below for this weekend in Michigan. Let me know your 2 suck picks, let me know your 2 underdog picks, let me know your winner's pick, and let me know drivers you're watching out for this weekend at Michigan. Let me know your picks in the comments below. Tomorrow on the channel, we're potentially going to have maybe a silly season predictions video for 2024, or probably an Ask Her News video on the channel since we got into some news to discuss. Then on Saturday, we'll have the Xfinity Series race view for Michigan, pending the weather. And on Sunday, of course, there might be a silly season predictions video, but there also could be the Michigan Cup review, but the weather is something to keep an eye on because the weather does not look too great. We're also getting very close to 2,000 subscribers on this channel, so if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to subscribe. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.